In this video, we'll talk about part 2, the F5 options. If we press F5, we've already talked about the first half, and we're going to pick up right here at F1 display. Now notice if I have this checkbox checked for distance to 3 decimals, the distance values here are in 3 decimals. At least the distance to the next waypoint is in 3 decimals. If I uncheck that box, apply, we're right at 1 nautical mile, and it's to 1 decimal position. Now, with it unchecked, when I go under 1 nautical mile, the display is going to be in feet. So let's go here, and I'm in the simulator. I'm going to give the vessel some forward motion here, bring it up there, and it'll go. There we go. So now that's in feet under 1 nautical mile. But if we go back here, when I click on this checkbox here and select distance to 3 decimal points, let's press apply. Notice if we go back to 3 decimal places in nautical miles, we won't go to feet until we go under 1/10 of a nautical mile. So you get more than just distance to 3 decimals here. You get the behavior of when does it go to feet, and it's under 1/10 of a nautical mile in this mode. If this were not checked, it goes to feet under 1 nautical mile. Then down here is the distance units. If you look here, it shows nautical miles, and up here is knots. And if you change to statute miles, apply, you get SM for statute miles here, and up here is miles, mph, miles per hour, instead of knots. This vessel display units is for the vessel itself. So if I hover over the vessel, let me move this out a bit, you can see that the particulars are in feet. If I come over here and select meters, apply, and hover, then the vessel particulars are in meters. Moving up here, send vessel draw to scale, and draw tags within 60 nautical miles. So we'll put a send vessel. Do we have one already? Yeah, we got a send vessel over here. Let's click over here. The blue one is a send vessel. The green one is an AIS vessel. And let me close this. So this send vessel is drawn to scale, and this AIS vessel is drawn to scale. Once the outlines are blue for the send and green for the AIS, that's controllable with the system options. In system options, there's a system colors options. We'll get to that in another video. If I press F5, move this back over. If I were to uncheck those 2 boxes, notice what happens. These turn to triangles. So that's the purpose of that. And also, notice that, if I press apply here, that their tags are shown here because they're within the bounds of this range here. So that vessel is within 60 nautical miles of our own vessel, and the AIS vessel is within 5 nautical miles. So, but if they were outside that range, then of course the tags would not be drawn. And the tag, as I said, the tag is here and here. Moving down to the next option, stationary vessels. We do have a stationary vessel right now on the screen. Here, that vessel's not moving. If I press F5 and select show GPS antenna instead of just the scaled vessel, you see it just becomes a dot. You may want to do that if you don't want a lot of clutter in a docking area, for example. And we could display the tag or not. Let's say we don't want to display the tag, and then the tag goes away and all you got is the dots there. If you hover over it, you can still see the name of the vessel, but if you don't hover over it, there's no tag. Again, you might want to reduce the clutter with that option. Moving down to the next option, you have filter out vessels. Now right now, neither checkbox is checked, so that there are no filters on. So it doesn't matter how far the vessel is away or what its speed is, you're going to be able to see it. But if you wanted to, for example, say I don't want to see any vessels that are further than 35 miles out, then you check that box. And then I don't want to see any vessels that are going less than 5 knots, then this is what those filters are for. Let's leave them like they were. Finally, we have the cross-track indicator, which pertains to this display here. And right now we have traditional, which is sort of a needle icon there that moves relative. It moves with the ship relative to the center line. So if we were to change that to cog, let's say that, now we get this little ship icon here. And if we take our vessel and we rotate it, change its course over ground. Notice the red arrow is course over ground and the blue arrow is heading. And let me just give some speed there so you can see the course over ground vector extend out there. Notice that the cross-track indicator icon is tilted relative to the angle that the ship is to the center line. And if I were to bring the ship back the other way, notice how this icon here is changing. Get that out of your way. See that? And let's go back. Press F5. So you see, that's what this traditional cog and heading cross-track indicator is for. Okay, that covers all the options on this screen. There's some buttons here that we're going to get into in future videos.